Hello, my name is Gabriel from GabakUSA. In this video we're going to talk how to make a live stream. So if you want to have your own TV channel, like a small one, or maybe your own YouTube channel, and you are wondering, okay, how can I use my camera, my camcorder, maybe my other devices that has a HDMI, and you want to connect them all together and then jump in from one to another one so you can show different things to your viewers. So here I'm going to show you all those things. So first we're going to see a little bit of theory, how the program works, how you have to connect everything, and then we are going to see the practice. So if you want to jump in, you want to forward the video, you can do it. Otherwise, I would recommend to see the whole video so that way you can know how everything is going to work. So first of all, we are going to use, in this case, Inogeni is a brand that they send me a few devices. So in this case I'm going to be using this. So also we are going to be using a Vmix. So if you want to know how to download it, I'll leave the link on the description of this video. Also I will be leaving the links for the Inogeni devices. So if you want to use them, those devices are USB 3, so you can connect it to any computer, and from the computer, once it's connected, you're going to use this small device to connect the HDMI, and that way you're going to be able to connect a media player, DVDs, or your computer, any camcorder, whatever. So we're going to be using all those things at the same time, so you know how to use it, and that way you can do your own YouTube channel, So first of all, we are going to see, this is the program. So usually it's divided in two. Here you have the preview, and here you have the different inputs of the software, and here you have the output, also called a program. In this side you have the settings. Usually in the middle you have the button that is record, just in case if you want to record in your computer and you don't want to do any streaming because maybe you want to edit the video later on, or you can click and then stream live, and then that way whatever you say, whatever you do, it's going to be live right away. So, and in this case, in this side, in this corner, you are going to have one button that is very important. It's called input. So when you push that, I'm going to show you on the computer, and then you can choose different cameras, different pictures, or whatever you want to import on the software, so that way you're going to be able to work that way. So here we are going to see the different input, like I said before, videos, photos, low third, or whatever. So from here you're going to choose whatever you want to use, and then let's say you have maybe an advertisement, a campaign, or whatever, you want to run it here, and you're on this camera, and number 1 and number 2 and number 3 is the campaign, and number 4 maybe the lower third, and then the 5 might be something else, maybe a chroma key or whatever, because this software can do the chroma key as well. So you push one and then you will see it here. Also, the good thing about this software is it will allow you to use the iPad, or any cell phone if you want to. So you go to the browser, and then I'm going to show you how it works, and then that way you can use the software. So if you want to jump from camera 1 to 3, 4, or if you want to give the iPad to someone else, you can do the same thing. So that is very good. Once you know how it works, because once what you see here is not here. So once you choose the camera that you want, you say, okay, yes, this is what I want to stream live, and then you press another button, and then you will see that image over here. So it works, this kind of software, it works with layers. So let's say that you want layer 1 to be here, and you are going to be on the middle of the screen. So this is you. And let's say that you want in the layer 2 the lower third. So this is what you're going to choose, and that way is how it works. So it's going to work like Photoshop, that you can start adding a different kind of layers, and then that way you are going to have different effects on the software. Or let's say you want to do the same thing here, just in case if it doesn't catch the image the camera, so you will have the same thing on the corner, like on the news, on the TV, and all the things. So basically that is how it works. It's pretty easy. You have to make sure that you have a very powerful computer, 4 cores or 6 cores is much better, a powerful hard drive, so if you want to save a lot of information, and also if you can have like a powerful video card, that is great as well. So that will be my advice. So if you want to do multiple things, also it will be a good idea to use different computer, like I said before. So this system is very easy to make it, to connect it. So I'll show you here, and then we are going to see on the practice. So you have here the computer, and then you have maybe port USB 1, port USB 2, and then you connect one device here, and the other device you connect it here, and one of them is the Inogeni share. It needs a power supply, so in this case we're going to connect the power supply, and the other one works just with the USB. So the other side you will have the HDMI, and in this one you have HDMI, you have DVI, another port. So we are going to connect them all, so that way you are going to see how it works. So let's jump in the computer so you can see how it's operated. I'm going to explain you real quick how to connect everything. So in this case you have the 4K edition. So this product, you have here the HDMI, so you connect the camera or whatever here, and in this side you have the USB. In this case, as you can see, it's USB 3, so that is the connector that we have, and in the other end it goes to the computer. So pretty easy, straightforward. And in this case we have the share, the model. So in here on the front, as you can see, we have the different lights. Here we have a USB port if you want to connect something else, so it works as well. And here you have a different port. Here you are going to use the power brick of the power, so you can power up this unit. Here you have the RCA connector or compose. Here you have the adapter, so if you want to use a DVI, you can use it, or you can use this adapter, so if you want to have another HDMI port here. And here you have another one, and here you have the audio, so the in, the out, basically that's it. This is what we are going to use in this video. The model that works on 4K, and we have here over there the model that is 1080p. In that one it has many input, so we're going to use two. One of them is going to be the DVI VGA input, and the other one is going to be the HDMI. So we're going to use two inputs in that one input in this one, and we're going to use Vmix. That way you can see everything that we can do right now. So we're going to start with Vmix. Now that is empty, as you can see here, we are going to click here where it says on the bottom left, add input, and then we're going to choose camera, and we're going to choose the first one that says Inogeni 4K, and then we're going to leave it like that. If you want, you can choose another options here, resolution and other inputs, but in this case we're going to leave it the way it is. And then we click OK. So as we can see, we have the other camera that is on the top, almost in the ceiling. So that is one camera that we have. Now we're going to add the other one. and we're going to the same place, camera, and then we're going to choose Inogeni camera, and then we have the same option than the other one. We are going to click OK, and we can see the other camera over there, so you can see, here I am. Then we're going to add the third input. We're going to the same place. We choose the other one that says content, and then we're going to click OK. And then we see here the menu. So as you can see, here I have the remote control for the media player. So if I start touching the menus and everything else, you're going to see that over there. So as you can see, I can start moving the options and everything. Right now I have just one picture with my brand, so that is all you're going to see, because I was doing some tests, and here we can see that I have another option. So we're going to choose here. As you can see, this is the other camera that you see here, and we can move and we can choose whatever. Let's say settings, and then here we have another menu and everything. But that is the idea. You can connect if you want another camcorder or another computers. Always I recommend use one computer to play all the PowerPoint, the presentation, or whatever you want to show, and have just one computer in order to use all the equipment, so all the gear that you're going to use. You can use everything with one computer, but the more things you do with one computer, you need more power. So that is one thing that you have to think about. So now I'm going to show you. So if we here on the bottom, you will see it says audio. So if you push there, you are going to enable the audio of that camera, and you can do the same thing with the other input of the device. So if we want to install to play, let's say, a footage of a green screen, I have just something here. You can see we can play with the Chroma key if you want to do that. Also, let's say that maybe you want to play some title, on top of the video, so you can choose whatever. Let's choose this one, and then here it will say the headline. So in this case, it's GabakUSA headline, and then here description. We can choose playing with Vmix. So we close here. You can see we have everything on this side. So in a little bit I'm going to show you how you can start applying this in the real world. So that is one thing. So if you want to have your own show, like I have every Saturday in my other channel, Gabak Tech, you can do the same thing, and you can do a lot of nice things just with this kind of software and with all this gear that I'm showing you. So if you want, you can load something else. Let's say you want to load the pictures. Here you have the different options to load pictures. Let's say here, photos or image. So in this case, I have this one. We can choose pictures. Here I have everything, so it will load whatever I have over there. Here I have this picture from the sunset or sunrise or whatever, but so in this case I'm going to show you how we can use this option in order to use it with the green screen or the Chroma key. So now I'm going to load something else. Let's say that we want to capture the desktop, and now we have this desktop here. So what we can do is we can move it in this to the other side, if you want to, or we can use another computer. So it is up to you. Like I said before, if we can use other side, it will be better. So let's say that you want to capture the second screen, the one I have over here. So if you have one computer, you can use everything over there. So you can click and add input, and then you go here with a desktop, and then double click or just click OK here. Here it will ask you which one, so number 1 or number 2. So in this case we're going to choose number 2, and that way we have the other one. So I'll show you how it is. So if we drag it over there, you will see the image over here. So if I click here, you will see the preview, so that I have the Skype in the other screen, and I can move it from one side to the other one. I'll show you in a little bit how this kind of, I mean, these buttons, how it works. I mean, those are the transitions. So that is all we are going to use, and so with this you can have a nice idea how everything is going to work out. So first of all, I'll show you something. Now that I have everything the way I want it, I'll show you here on settings. There is something that is very important here. So as you can see, we can go where it says web controller. So as you can see, we have this information over here. So what we have to do is we have to type the IP address in our second computer, or on our iPad, iPhone, or whatever. So now I did click again. I forgot that I have a Ethernet cable on the computer, so I'm going to use the wireless, so that way I can use the iPad, but you can use whatever you want. So as you can see, here are the options. So we have all this menu, and here on the top you have different options, like I said before. So depend on what you need to do is what you are going to use, but here we are going to use the option number 2. So we are going to make a little zoom so you can see better how it works. So as you can see, we're going to click OK here, so you see. And then if I press C1, this will be the output. Like I said before, this is the preview. And if we touch Cut Fly, it will change the C2 for the C1. So as you can see, it did the effect here, and everything with our iPad. So that is great. Also, let's say that you want the low third, that it will be T5, and as you can see, we are online. I mean, that is what the people are seeing, and they see the low third. So that is one of the advantage that you can do, just doing everything from here. So that is what I like. It is easier. Here we just choose the other one, the green screen. So if we want to play with this, and now I'm going to show you how it can work. So right now we're going to leave it in one side. So if you want to play with a green screen, what you can do is choose here the layer. So the layer number 4, and we are going to choose number 3. It will be the layer for the sunset, and here we're going to choose loop, and then we are going to play. So in order to do that, we're going to make double click over the picture. Then we're going to choose here color key, and then chroma key. We can instead, I mean, what we can do is to choose the here the little drop. So we choose the color, auto chroma key, and then that's it. As you can see, now we can see that the lady, she is using the, I mean, she doesn't have the green on the background. She has the sunset, looks very nice. So we can tweak a little bit so it will look maybe a little bit better, but it's something that you can practice with this. So this is a draft just of everything I'm showing you, so you know that you can do these kind of things. So that is one trick. Let's say that you want to add maybe something else, and then depending on the layer that you use, you can have the background that you choose with the low third, with the girl or whatever you want to use, your actor, or you can put yourself over there. So now I'm going to show you another things. So in this case I have this green cloth here, so we can put over here. As you can see over there, we have all this screen on my computer, but let's say that you want, I mean, for the sake of the argument, that you want to use it, I don't know, because you don't like the black color of your notebook, and you want to turn it in Mac or whatever, so people will see like an Apple logo, so you can do that. So I'll show you a little bit. Some of the stuff that you can do is the same thing. What we are going to do, so we are going to do double click. Remember, you have to check this. If you can choose the color, is one option. Let's say we're going to choose here, and then you click here on auto chroma key, and if it doesn't work well, you can choose from here, you know, until it's black all the way, or usually when it's all dark, it means that it's working. Here you can work with the anti-aliasing. So once you have everything in place, you will see you have to choose here the layer. In this case will be number 4. We can choose number 3 on the desktop, so that is the picture. Here, as you can see, we see part of the second screen here, but let's say that you want something else. Let's say you want the sunset or something like that, so you can do the same thing. If I choose another picture, like I said before, maybe a laptop, or I don't know, you want to see the logo of Apple in your computer instead of a PC, you can do that. You can trick your audience with those little tricks. But like I said before, if you have a huge background, instead of having the white one that I have, you have something else, you can make it work. So basically that's it. Like I said before, if you want like different tricks, like you want you want different transition or whatever, you can choose, you know, this one, whatever you want to do. So that is it. I mean, it is up to you. You start playing with all these tricks. So now I hope you have enjoyed this little tutorial. Now we're going to talk about the final thoughts, or everything that you have to keep in mind in order to have your own YouTube studio or a TV studio or whatever you want to use. Here I'm going to show you a little trick, a basic. I mean, when you start the live stream or you want to record whatever, remember you have to do this thing. You press C1 and then you have everything. I mean, you have a camera 1, this is the camera, and you have C2, and then you choose to that one, and then you start talking to that camera, and then you have C3, maybe media player, you want to play the advertisement. C4, you have maybe someone else on the green screen or whatever, and T5 is the other almost camera. So here you have the low third. I'm glad you made it. So remember, I highly recommend to use a computer with 6 cores or more. You can use one with 4 cores like I did in this video, but the thing is, if you're going to use high resolution, these kind of programs consume a lot of power on the CPU. They are very intensive CPU. That being said, if you don't have that, if you don't have a very powerful computer, you're not going to you're not going to make it, because you're going to stop dropping frames, and the video is going to be a kind of choppy, maybe like that, and then like this, and it will not be smooth like you expect. So if you don't have a very powerful computer, you may have to try to use a lower resolution. That way everything will run smooth. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Remember, click on like, subscribe to my video, to my channel if you want to see more videos like this and everything about technology. So see you in the next class. Bye.